Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is November's block for the 2021 Directional Sampler Afghan. Now this block is it's kind of easier. It's not 100% simple, I'd say. So it does consist of front post, 2 double crochet clusters, and up, and that's what is going to create our vertical design for the block. Now the block, it does consist of a 2-row repeat. We're going to repeat rows 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 3 and 4. And the stitch multiple is any multiple of 4. So just 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And for this block, you are going to need to chain 40. I'm going to do mine on a little bit smaller scale, and I did slightly block this a little. Like I hit it with a little bit of steam to get it to loosen up to lay at that pretty 12 by 12 shape for me. You're going to need your 6mm hook, scissors, yarn needle to weave in your ends, and a tape measure to make sure you're close to that 12 by 12. And yarn. I'm using Crafter's Secret Big Idea in the color Fabulous, but any 3-weight will work just fine. All right, let's get started. So get your chain of 40 done and come back here. Now since I've got my block done, I'm going to just work on a little bit smaller of a scale here, but I'm going to tell you where the repeats are and what rows. So we're going to start with row 1. In row 1, we're going to half double crochet into the 3rd chain from hook. So 1, 2, and 3. So we half double crochet into that 3rd chain, and then we're just going to half double crochet into each chain all the way down our chain. So you guys go ahead and half double crochet all the way down your chain and come back here, and we will move on to row 2. Okay, so row 2, and the end of row 1, don't forget to half double crochet into your very last chain. I'm getting myself tongue-tied here. Okay, so move on to row 2. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to half double crochet into the very first, and then half double crochet into the next 2. So we're going to have 3 half double crochets to start this row. So we yarn over, go into that very first half double with the half double, and then half double into the next 2. 1 and 2. Okay, so this is what's going to start the pattern repeat. So we skip that next half double, and around the next half double, we are going to work the front post 2 double crochet cluster. So we're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop. 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Leave those 2 loops on there. And we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go right back around that same post and pull up a loop. 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have 3 loops, and we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And that's the front post 2 double crochet cluster. Okay, so now we are going to half double crochet right back into that half double that we just worked around. Now it might be a little tougher to see, but if I'm holding my work just like this, I don't see it at all. But if I just rotate a little, I can see that the half double crochet I need to work into is tilted. Like it was sitting like this, and then I front post into it, and it turned that front post that way. So if I'm holding my work like this, and I just rotate a little bit right there, let me get my needle so I can show you guys. If I rotate just a little, I can see right there is the front loop of the double or the half double that I need to work into. So if you just rotate a little, you can see it's right in there. So I'm going to half double right into there. And a good way to tell that you worked into the right stitch is if you look into the back, you should only see one heart or a V from the top of the stitch that you skipped. Okay? Alright, so the row repeat, we skip the next, and then we front post 2 double crochet cluster around the next, half double crochet right back into that same half double that you just worked into, and then we're going to half double into the next 2. So 1 and 2. So it looks like you got 3 half doubles in a row right there. Okay? Now we just repeat that again. Skip the next, around the next, front post 2 double crochet cluster. So yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Leave those 2 loops, yarn over, go back around that same post, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 3. And now we half double crochet right back into that same stitch that we just worked that front post around. And if you look, if you rotate a little, you can see right there is the front post from that stitch tilting, working that front post around it. So we go right in there with a half double. And another way that kind of helps is if you just yarn over and you take your hook and run it right down the side of that, like you take your hook and you run it right down the side of the front post 2 double crochet clusters, it takes you right to the top of that stitch. The half double that the front post is worked around, it takes you right to it. And then you just half double crochet in there, and then half double crochet into the next 2. So it looks like you got 3 sitting right next to each other. Okay? Okay, so your repeat, skip, front post, 2 double crochet cluster, double right back into that same stitch that you worked the front post, double crochet in 2. Skip, front post, do 2 double crochet cluster, half double right back into that same stitch you worked around, double crochet in the next 2. Repeat that across, and when you get to the end, now this gets a little tricky because it does look like you only have 3 stitches left. But we don't. We actually have 3 stitches and a little chain at the side. So what we're going to do, you should come to the end. You're going to end with 1, 2, 3 half doubles and 1 little chain at the beginning. So you're going to skip the next front post, 2 double crochet together around the next. Just like we have. Half double right back into that same half double that you worked around. Half double into the next half double. It's getting a little tight. And then we're going to half double into the top of that chain. And this one is a little on the tighter side. I got it. And there you go. That is row 2. All right, so row 3 is the first row of our repeat for the block. Get my work out of the way. All right, in row 3, we just chain 1 and turn, and we're gonna half double crochet into each half double or each stitch straight across. So this is an easier row. We just half double into the very first, half double into each stitch straight across. I'm just going to go ahead and stay with you guys because I'm got a smaller little swatch here so I can get through it kind of quicker. Almost there. Oops, missed that. And my last one, half double crochet in there. Alright, and that's row 3. So now we chain 1 and turn, and we're going on to row 4. Now row 4, we half double crochet into the very first and half double crochet into the next 2. So we're going to start this row with 3 half double crochets. Okay? And now we are going to skip the next, and then we're going to front post 2 double crochet cluster around the next half double crochet 1 row below. Now this, it's kind of simple because I'm going to show you how an easy way I do it myself. So we skip the next, and we need to work our front post 2 double crochet cluster around the double crochet or half double crochet 1 row below. So all we're going to do is we're going to skip this one, okay? And we're going to come over and we're going to take your thumb and just kind of move that front post out of the way. And right there sets the post of a half double crochet, and that right there is what we're going to work around. So your easy way to find it is just take your thumb and move that front post out of the way, and right there it sits. So we're looking straight at you. So work your front post 2 double crochet cluster around that post. And now we're going to half double into the next 3. Well, if you look at your back, that's the one we skipped, right? And then we work the front post. So we're going to go straight into the next one with a half double and then half double into the next 2. So there's 3 half doubles setting there. And then we start the row repeat again. Skip the next, find the half double crochet post that you need to front post around. So you just take your thumb, push that out of the way, and right there it sets. So we yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. I like to pull my loop up to about the height of a double. Pull through 2, leave the 2 loops, yarn over, come in, pull up a loop, pull through 2, 3 loops, pull through all 3, and there is your front post 2 double crochet cluster. So now we need to half double into the next 3. So we look, there's the stitch we skipped. So right there's 1, 2, and 3. So you pattern repeat, you skip, front post 2 double crochet cluster around the half post 1 row below. Well, all you gotta do to find that is take your thumb, move that front post out of the way, and right there sits your half double you work around. Come back to the top, find the stitch that you skipped, and then half double into the next 3. And to repeat, you skip, front post, move your thumb, or move that stitch, right there it sits, front post 2 double crochet cluster, come back, find the heart of the stitch that you need to skip, or the V, skip that, half double into the next 3, and you repeat that across. Let's see, so I need to work that again. So I skip, come down, like I took my thumb, move that out of the way, wiggle that around, there sits my half double. So I half double around that, or I'm sorry, front post 2 double crochet cluster around that. Come back up, find the stitch I need to skip. Right there's the top of the heart or the V. And then we double crochet into the last 3, or half double, I'm sorry, into the last 3. There's 2, and there is 3. And that's what you repeat. You repeat row 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 3 and 4. So you got your half double crochet row, and then you got the double crochet row that you work your front post 2 double crochet clusters. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work my row 3, and then I'm going to show you on this row 4 repeat the spot that you need to work the front post 2 double crochet cluster. That half post that you work around slightly moves, not too far. It's not going to be in the middle of the front post 2 double crochet cluster after your first round, and then when you repeat it slightly changes. So I'm going to go ahead and show you half double into the first 3, 2 and missed that, and 3, skip the next. Now I'm going to work the front post 2 double crochet cluster around the next half double 1 row below. So down here when we worked it, and this is the only time it's like this, when we worked it we just kind of laid that to the side, and then right in the middle of that front post, right there in the middle of it is that half double crochet. Well, from now on it's going to be just a tad bit slight higher higher up the front post double crochet cluster. So now if I take it and move it out of the way, see how it's more to the top of the cluster? You see how it's more at the top, where down here it was more in the middle? Come up to the top. That's where your half double crochet is going to set, that you need to front post around from now on. So the first time of working that, it sets in the middle, and then for each repeat it's now going to be more at the top. So if you just take your thumb, lay that to the side, see where in the middle is now actually just the top of stitches. Now it moved just up just a tad bit, and that's where your half double that you work around is going to be for the rest of the block. Okay, so repeat 3 and 4, 3 and 4, and you're going to end on row 3 with your block measuring dang near 12 inches, and then you just hit it with a little bit of steam just to get that block to set right at 12, nice and pretty. And that's it, guys. That is November's block. I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. Check out the description box. I got links to the patterns, to all the other blocks that we've done throughout the entire year, and the ones that are soon be coming. And there's links to my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and all that stuff. And that's it. Subscribe if you haven't, because I've got all kinds of stuff that I've got in my mind that I've got to get out to my fingertips, to my crochet hook, to YouTube, to you guys. Okay, so subscribe if you haven't. Hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I always like reading your guys' comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.